right, good morning. Hadn't planned on doing an addition for my YouTube channel this morning, but I thought it might be important that I talk about vacation. So I'm in vacation mode right now, but I'm still kind of doing a working vacation. Been able to initiate some things, making plans for 2022. And so over the years, have a family, and many times I would take my work to my vacation spots, and my wife would get a little frustrated that, hey, you're with family. So of course, my 4 a.m. schedule has been paused. So a lot of my friends on Facebook have been looking for my 4 a.m. buddy check. On Facebook, I post that, and people respond that are up and early. Again, if you want to go to my Facebook page, 4 a.m. for early risers. It's a private page, I think, for now, although I think I'll open it up. So if you're an early riser, you might want to follow it and post your activities and things you do to get in preparation for the day. So it's an important time to rest. I didn't get up till I think around 9 o'clock this morning, and getting ready to head out on a walk and jog. Been doing some reading, having a chat with some of my clients. Stephen Williford is one. We're making plans for him to attend SHOT Show. So last week he tasked me with reaching out to Magpul, and of course his AR-15, if you know his story, he was the hero that responded at the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas 4 years ago, November 5th. And so his AR-15 was custom built to his standards, and he put a lot of Magpul furniture on it. And so he asked me to reach out to them to see if they'd like for him to come to SHOT Show and bring the rifle to showcase it to, or show it to folks that are curious and interested in what happened that day. And so interestingly, we got a response back. So that's kind of my world, is being able to orchestrate like the Zoom call introduction, but also position for opportunities in 2022 going forward. So it's very early stage, but I thought you might want to know that. It's just a simple email, phone call thing, that idea that we made happen, and looking forward to seeing the results of that. So in vacation right now, here in Houston, Texas right now at our home. Thankfully, my girls came home from college, one from San Marcos and the other from A&M. The eldest went back to work because she's working full-time now. And then my youngest is here through January 18th. And with the COVID lockdown, my wife works from home, and so we've been weathering the storm of COVID and all that, the pandemic, and thankfully we've been able to just navigate through the times that we're living. So where are you going for vacation this year if you're not on vacation now? So post your comments there if you've got a really cool place you like to go, vacation rentals. I know a lot of times we've used those, and they're very nice and unique. A lot of times with my daughter, when she was at Texas State, we actually spent some vacation time in the area, in the hill country and whatnot. And then, of course, in Colorado and other places. So, and then what are some of your traditions, and what'd you get for Christmas that you really valued? I know one of the things that I got, and it was kind of done a little bit in secret, but it was also part of my marketing research, is I had Stephen identify some parts for me to build my own AR-15. So he's actually helping me to build one, or at least to guide me in the direction. And we use that conversation to leverage the interest of a major manufacturer to actually do a signature line for him that's going to be rolling out. Once we get more details, we'll share more. I'm wearing a hat called Termite, and people want to know, are you a termite? No. One of my clients and friends is Termite Watkins. He's a boxing legend here in Houston, and there's a movie being made about his life of being a professional boxer, but also the mission that he was tasked with in Iraq when he went there to kill bugs during, I think, Desert Storm, Desert Shield, if I'm not mistaken. And a general basically needed a PR opportunity, and he was tasked with taking the Iraqi boxers to the Olympics. And so when I consulted with him or chatted with him and his producer years ago, just from my 15 years of experience, you got to get a big name attached to your project, because that's going to bring a lot more elements to the table. And boy, did he. He got Balboa Productions, Sylvester Stallone, interested in the story. And so we were invited to the press conference, and I had an opportunity to go and cover it. It's on my YouTube channel. Maybe I'll post that link in the comments as well. And so it was a major announcement, and Balboa Productions gave Termite permission to unveil the fact that they had bought the rights to his movie, and they're planning on producing it here probably the next 2 years, I think is what he said in the press conference. And it was actually covered in the major media here in the Houston, Texas area. And so one of my questions to Termite was, do you have Marines in Termite Army? So I'm actually a Marine in his Army per se. And on my bucket list a while back, I think last year, a year and a half ago, I actually took a lesson boxing with him, and he took me through the old school route, which is really exciting. So It's an interesting journey, but again, you got to take time to rest, and I am resting, working slash, exercising still, but eating more than I should probably during this time, but it's okay. So we got plans to go to lunch around 4 o'clock today with my youngest daughter, and so we're just having a discussion on where we're going to go. So thank you so much for watching, and of course, I'll do some other episodes, and of course, that's why you're more casual these days here, because I've been on this vacation mode routine, if you will. So take care.